Hey YouTube, coming at you with Falinks. I use Falinks on stream with 1.50, and so I tried it here, and again, I went really well with it. So on the surface, very easy team to build. Falinks is weak to Psychic. It's gonna have problems with cofagrigus. It's gonna have problems with Fairy, right? So perrserker, ninetales combo to deal with all of those. So basically, if you see poison, which you can't hit for anything, hypno, cofagrigus, Fairy, you're pretty much leaving, otherwise you're staying in. So this is obviously a good lead. They switch to poison, and you have a nice answer here. So I was like, I used it because I was just like, I used Shadow Machamp before, and I've used primeape, but let's just try Falinks. I've gotten built up, let's use it. And it worked very, very, very well. And I was like, what are the stats on this thing? Because the stats seem interesting compared to like the other fighters, right? So in terms of fighting, it only has an 8 less attack than Machamp, but its defense is 22 points. 22 points higher, and then slightly lower on the stamina, 10 lower on the stamina, and then for overall higher stat product than Machamp. Primeape, it's same sort of thing. Primeape has a way higher attack, 140 compared to 128, but a lower defense and an even stamina. So it still hits hard, but it has a little more bulk than these other Pokemon. And when you compare it to something like Vigoroth, is kind of on its own there because it just has that more bulky stamina, but it has a higher attack than Vigoroth and higher defense than Vigoroth, but just the stamina is where Vigoroth kind of takes more than that. So it's a nice Pokemon in the fact that you fill the fighter role with a little more bulk that you don't need to worry about immediately needing to like shield everything. I don't know why it's all the way over here. I'm gonna center you. I don't know. I've got it over there. I'm like, why is it over there? It should be right in front of me. Anyways, sorry. So it's got that extra little bulk that you don't need to worry about shielding anything immediately. So it was a nice little. It was nice to use. It still functions the same. The only problem with it is its second move is basically sort of a nuke, but it's a nuke that is absolutely limited in this meta, right? Because you have Bug, which is resisted by Fighting, Ghost, Steel, not that Steel matters because you can hit for 60 perfect there, Fire, and what was the other thing that it resists? And Poison, right? And Poison, because you have nothing to throw at the muck, and you have nothing to throw at the cofagrigus. So it's really limited, which is why you need 2 Pokemon to pair with it. And that's why people use like Primeape or Machamp, because at least you have a second move that you can throw that'll at least hit for neutral in those situations, as opposed to just being like locked here or you're in trouble. So bad lead, bad switch here. This is where it gets kind of tough. Hopefully I can grab a shield, come in, counter a bit, and then hopefully Ninetales can sweep, but we'll have to see. And they're going to be loaded with energy. So I'm tanky. I can take a body slam, that's for sure. I don't know if I could take multiple body slams is the question. But like, you know what? That's over 50%. These counters are adding up, but that was over 50%. So it took... So you basically live 2 body slams and then 4 counters worth of damage there. So that is not bad. That is not bad at all. I gotta play with my fingers. Sorry, I got a hangnail. But unfortunately, Vigoroth, with just being able to farm down the Berserker. Berserker is really glassy. This problem with this team is very, very, very glassy. So, like, I think Falinks is the tankiest thing on this team, which is not saying much, right? Because you got a Shadow, Ninetales, and then you got Berserker. I use Berserker as a safe swap. You can also use Ninetales as a safe swap. They're not leaving, so I'm guessing they're maybe weak to this in the back too. So they take the foul play. That's nice. Dark Pulse would hurt, so I may shield. I don't expect them to... Oh, it's just a Thunder Punch. I'm going to throw here because, again, if they're going to throw another move, I'm going to force them to shield here. And they do. I'm like, I probably shield back. Maybe. Yes, no, no. I love a Thunder Punch. Okay. Yeah, that was my thought. If they are staying in with Muck, they're probably weak in the back to Perrserker and hit them with the foul play. Ninetales, just come in. I can take this move if I need to. Shadow Ball's still gonna hurt though, and I don't know what they have in the back, so I'm just gonna shield this up. I can farm down. That's nice. There. What was on the lead? Or the Muck doesn't have much health left. Ooh, and they are got a Reggie, so that is rough for them. Because I've got two things I can hit that for super effective here. This will do a ton of chip damage, yeah. Get the back-to-back. Falinks not even going to be showcased much in this. They could like Zap Cannon me here, or Focus Blast me and take me out here. But I think it's just counter down range for both this and the Muck, quite honestly. So Zap Cannon does not quite take me out. Come in, counter down, and then I'll just counter this down. So the counters, yeah, counters that up. It's nice. It's a fun Pokemon. I've used it in the open. I've used it in the open before. It's okay. It's good. Like it's a fighter in a flying meta, right? Or was a flying meta. I can live one cross chop, but I think they're probably just gonna have back-to-back here. So I think I need to shield once, farm down, throw the Mega Horn, and then have Ninetales sweep. I'm also switch locked, so maybe I should have done a little bit of burning the clock. And we'll get this off. I think they shield if I remember. They do not shield, so that's a boom. Oh, that's a boom, and they get caught with a Gramble in the back. How hard Gramble hits on resisted fire, it frustrates me. Like, these fire spins and charms are doing the exact same even though one is resisted, right? It's crazy. It's crazy how much those charms did. But able to get out of a tough lead there. Tough lead there? Yeah. Another tough lead. Another Vigoroth. Or, yeah, that's the problem. If they got a fairy or they have like a Muck or something, they probably have something that's going to beat a Perrserker. Or that, so it's tough to come Berserker, especially when you get hit with those. But if they don't shield, throwing, I'm like, which one do I have loaded? I don't know if I have any of them loaded. Let me throw one of them. I do not have any. That's okay. I now flip switch, which is huge. These meteor mashes, the only thing with clefable is, resisted or not, these meteor mashes are going to come pretty quick here. That I'll get a move up, but I'm probably still going to need to shield this. Yeah, I'll probably shield and farm. Yeah. If they're not getting out, hopefully a little bit of loaded energy here. It is the cough. And that's the problem. That's the problem. This is when you're going to lose, and this is why I'm having difficulty. Not that there's many more days of this left. I'm really having difficulty running a fighter in this. Because if they have a Kaffa, which most teams do, and a Muck, and a Fairy, it's just like, there's nowhere to go. There's absolutely nowhere to go. I think double is the only exception, being able to throw for super effective there. But it's just rough. It's just, there's not much you can do. I throw a Mega Horn. It's resisted. The problem, right? It's resisted. This is not going to take it out. Not even close. That is the problem. That is the problem with Falinks. If I had a Shadow Machamp, I could throw Rock Slide there and probably take that out. But that's just, if you're going to run Falinks, you just got to know that you're just kind of drawing dead against these Pokemon. But in a good to medium matchup, like, it definitely, you'll definitely grab shields or take switch. So that's it. I've got a couple more teams coming. I'm going to shield. Yeah, I got to keep switch here. I don't have to keep switch, but I got to keep switch. I got a couple more teams coming. So stay tuned for those, and then we'll loop to the next league. I should work on my timing. Yeah. They're different fast move times. I swear, whenever I get bored of all these leagues, I'm just going to start putting out videos of me studying fast move timing and stuff like that. This could be psychic is the only thing I'm worried about. And it is. I'll live a psychic. I know that much. And I can still get the superpower off to take this out. Or just go straight Mega Horn so I don't lower my... Yeah, I guess so I don't lower my attack and defense. Mega Horn super effective against Dark. Get a move off here. And then I should be able to overheat for the win once they shield this. Plus I have a shield just to make sure that they cannot overheat me. It's just a weather ball. Oh yeah, they had Psyshock, if I remember there. I'm pretty sure they had Psyshock, but this is why. You still kind of run that. Oh, look at that. A neutral Psyshock, unable to take me out. You gotta know what's gonna take you out? A freaking overheat. Goodbye. And then I think maybe this one of the last ones. So good lead here. But again, we know the body slams are going to come quick. We saw that we can live up 2 body slams plus counters. So probably 1 in it. I'm going to have to throw before they get to this one here. And I'll throw right before. So there we go. This will take it out or force a shield. They let it go. It is a fairy, which just deletes me, but that's fine. I have basically 2 answers to this in the back. This isn't even a freaking Shadow Gramble, and I'm getting like lit up. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. I honestly cannot wait to go back to the open Great League where I don't have to worry about these Pokemon anymore. You're not going to see cofagrigus as much. You're not going to see... Now I'm just going to overheat you. Oh no, I guess I couldn't get to the overheat. Not that it matters. Perrserker is going to easily take this down. Probably just straight claw at this point. Shield up 1. Claw down. Close combat. Or foul play. That's pretty low. Oh, acid spray. Close combat for the win. So that is the team. Yeah, Falinks decent. I think like if you don't need to go build one for this, especially for this league. Like, the other fighters are fine. Ninetales is super strong in this league. Perrserker is very frustrating in the fact that like it's just so glassy. It's just so glassy that even when you're hitting super effective against like cofagrigus with Shadow Claw and Foul Play, if they bait a couple times with Dark Pulse, you're like, that's a very uncomfortable matchup, and it shouldn't be. So that's the only sort of problem with Perrserker. Anyways, that is it. Like I said, 3 more teams. I'm trying to remember what they were. I think one was just, you're gonna see like what, definitely one was just like a meta combo run, like a strong run team. I think one was one a double steal team. I don't remember. Anyways, you'll see. And then League 200 will run Thursday, and we will get back to the actual grind towards legend. So thanks for watching. Appreciate the thumbs up and comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.